Good morning, I am Archana. I have completed my MSc and MPhil in biotechnology. Now I am going to discuss about the topic structural organization of a cell. So first of all, what is a cell? Cell is the fundamental organizational unit of life. I can tell that in a simple word. These cells are the building blocks of our body. Okay. When we see the cell in microscope, we can prominently see the three structures. One is plasma membrane or cell membrane, and second one is nucleus, third one is cytoplasm. To explain in detail, I have drawn one animal cell picture. So let us go into the plasma membrane. So plasma membrane has some important properties. Plasma membrane, if you see, it is semi-permeable in nature. So next property is it is flexible, and the another one is it is made up of some of the chemical structures called phospholipids and proteins. So let's first know what is semi-permeability. Semi-permeability means these plasma membrane will selectively allows some of the particles inside the cell. That property we call it as semi-permeability. For example, if you take carbon dioxide and oxygen, this will get transferred inside the cell and outside the cell. To know in detail about the semi-permeability, we should also know what is diffusion. So what is meant by diffusion? Diffusion means the movement of gases from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. That we call it as diffusion. We are going to apply this diffusion process here in this semi-permeability. So what will happen is, when there is a large amount of carbon dioxide inside the cell, when compared to the outside the cell, this carbon dioxide gas will go out of the cell. In the same way, when the oxygen is more outside the cell when compared to that of the inside the cell, oxygen slowly diffuses inside the cell. So in that way, selectively it allows the gases inside the cell. So this is very important property of this plasma membrane. Okay, next one I told it is flexible. Yeah, this plasma membrane is flexible. Flexible in the sense we can easily stretch and shrink this plasma membrane. For example, when there is a food particles outside the cell, some of the cells like amoeba, it will engulf the food. It will bend like this. So when it bend like this, these food particles will move inside and it will take the food. So example is amoeba. Okay, this flexibility of the plasma membrane helps in engulfing of food particles. Next property I told about phosphor. It is made up of the chemical structures called phospholipids and proteins. Okay, this is all about the plasma membrane. So nucleus. Nucleus is present inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Some of the cells contains two layers of nuclear membrane called nuclear envelope. In between this nuclear envelope, there are pores called nuclear pores. Inside this nucleus, if you see, there is a fluid-filled substance called nucleoplasm. Inside the nucleoplasm, we can see chromosomes as well as some proteins. So inside the chromosomes there are DNA plus proteins. In this DNA there are some functional substances, we call it as genes. Okay, so usually during the multiplication process, when the cell is about to multiply, chromosomes will be present, but during the normal stage, these chromosomes are in the form of chromatin. Okay, here I would like to highlight one important point here. In some cells, there is nuclear membrane is absent. Just genetic material present is chromatin. So this kind of nucleus is called as nucleoid. So some of the cells that do not have a proper nuclear envelope is called as prokaryotic cell, whereas some other cells that have a proper nuclear envelope and some cell organelles that is called as eukaryotic cell. This is some of the details about the nucleus. Now third one is about the cytoplasm. The next important structure of the cell is cytoplasm. This cytoplasm is nothing but the fluid inside the plasma membrane. Inside the cytoplasm, if you see, there are many cell organelles which has some special functions. These cell organelles are absent in prokaryotic cell. So let us see one by one what are the cell organelles present in the cytoplasm. First one is Endoplasmic Reticulum, Golgi complex, Lysosomes, Mitochondria and vacuoles. So first one we will see what is Endoplasmic Reticulum. This Endoplasmic Reticulum are the tube-like structures. So it is of two types. One is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Here means endoplasmic reticulum, and another one is rough endoplasmic reticulum. So this is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum and this one is rough endoplasmic reticulum. So here in rough endoplasmic reticulum there are ribosomes attached to it. These ribosomes are considered to be the site for protein synthesis, and this endoplasmic reticulum also helps in the transfer of material from the nucleoplasm to the cytoplasm, and this smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in the production of lipids or fat. This is about the endoplasmic reticulum, and the next one is about the Golgi complex. So Golgi complex is a sac-like compartment attached in cells. So this Golgi complex main function is the production of lysosomes. Okay, next, lysosomes are, as I already said, lysosomes are produced from Golgi complex and endoplasmic reticulum. So these lysosomes, if you see, it has some digestive enzymes. These digestive enzymes will destroy the worn out cell. And next one is mitochondria. So lysosomes are over. Next one is mitochondria. This mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It helps in the respiration process. These mitochondria helps in the respiration process. And last one is the vacuoles. These vacuoles are the storage organelles. They will store the waste materials. By this way, it prevents the contamination of the cells. So this is the brief explanation of the cell. Thank you.